Yes, this is what I needed. I'd forgotten, so I thought I'd go and grab them so I could talk to you. So, working for free. Now, when you start off as a photographer, you can't wake up, go and buy some camera gear and be like, hey, pay me to take pictures. One, because you won't have a portfolio. Two, because technically you won't have the ability to do that. And three, because it just doesn't happen. What you need to do is you need to build a portfolio. Now, how do you build a portfolio? It's simple. You take pictures. Now, how do you take pictures? One, you either have to ask people to do it. So say for instance you're a portrait photographer, you need to approach people and say, hey, can we work together? Can I take your picture to build my portfolio? If you take pictures of events, you need to get a foot in the door to be able to take pictures at those events to build a portfolio so you can be credible enough to be paid for it. So let me talk to you about my portfolios, and these are a few of them. They're not all of them. I have many different portfolios for many different things, but what I am going to do is I'm going to start off with my first ever portfolio. So this portfolio here, Luke Curtis Photography, the outside picture was taken on a trip to Venice, and that's just an example of some of my work. It's quite catchy, people look at it and go, hey, yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me take you through the images. This picture here, I took it for free. This picture here, I took it for free. Guess what I did with this one here? I took it for free as well. And this one. This one I was actually paid for. But I couldn't have got this one if I hadn't had worked on the other one. This one, free. This one, yeah, you guessed it, free again. This one, yeah, not a penny. All off my own back. I paid to get there, I shot it, I delivered it, didn't get paid a penny. This one, exactly the same. Most of the images taken in this portfolio, this is one of my mates, he's a bodybuilder. Yeah, he's in amazing shape. He's now a professional bodybuilder, but when I took this, he wasn't a professional. He just was kind of not starting out, because obviously you don't start out looking like that. But he was paving his way as a bodybuilder, and I took that free, not a penny. No money was exchanged in that process. And the reason I did it all for free was so I could make this, because without this I can't get more work. This is crucial. This is the thing that tells people your portfolio is what your worth is. If you don't have one of these, you can't get work, in my opinion. Now, this is a tangible version of your portfolio. You can have it on Instagram, you can have it on Facebook, you can have it wherever, but you need a portfolio. And the only way to build a portfolio is to start off shooting for free. And there's a lot of photographers, especially myself now at this point, I can kind of see it. When I first started, photographers hated it when you turned up and shot a gig for free. Like, you would get stripped apart, man. Like, they hated it because they see that you water down the industry, and if people are going to get it for free, why are they going to pay a professional? I now know later on in my career there's a huge difference between a professional and somebody starting out, and I have got no bad karma for somebody turning up to an event shooting it for free, because they're doing exactly what I was doing, and it's an intelligent move to make. That's their foot in the door. If you're a professional and you're intimidated by people shooting for free, that's your own insecurities. That's you scared. Like, you are actually fearful that these people are going to overtake you. That should make you question your own ability as a photographer, or go out and do better. But you need this. You need a start. So this was one of my first ever portfolios. And as you look at it as well, the images in there, there's no real consistency to them. It's just a range of pictures I thought were good, like I thought I'd stick in a portfolio. There's no value because it's got no direction. Of course there's some good pictures in there, but it's not specific enough to the clients you want. So then from there, you move on. And this is another example of one of my portfolios. If I go through and show you, I started off with the same picture. The one that I didn't get paid for. And the reason I use it is because it's a really powerful picture, and I like it, and I still think it's a very powerful picture. And again, I wasn't paid for it. If you look at the images, they're more specific now. So these are more related around events. So you've got a DJ here, you've got a dancer here. Wasn't paid for either of those. This one here still wasn't paid for either of those. But funnily enough, This guy here, I work with him 2-3 times a year. The record label, I work with them regularly, and I only have that ability and that opportunity because I shot stuff for them free, and they know I can do it. They know I can deliver, because if I can do it for free, I can definitely do it paid. Again, more stuff shot for free. What you'll notice though is amongst these images, there's theme now. This portfolio has theme, it has a direction, okay? I know where I'm going with it. It's not just a random pictures stuck together. This clearly says I take pictures at parties, and these are the parties I've taken pictures of, regardless of whether they were paid or not. When you go and stand in front of a client, you need to show them that you can do the work, you're creative enough to stand out from the crowd, and it's professionally presented. Whether you do it on Instagram, whether you do it through a printed portfolio, totally at your discretion. As you can see, again, there's real direction to what this portfolio is saying. This portfolio is saying, Luke takes pictures at events. Do you want to book him to take a picture at your event? I would not have been able to do that if I hadn't started doing the groundwork for free, you know, to prove that I could do the work. So in answer to the question, do you shoot for free? When you start, yes. And later on in your career, as you start to diversify, in your style starts to diverse, and you want to go down different routes. So for instance, if I went from shooting events, and now I shoot predominantly portraits. How did I make that transition from shooting events to shooting portraits? Well, do you know what? I asked people if I could take their pictures, and there'd be no charge. I say, come and spend half an hour with me, come and spend 2 hours with me, come and spend half a day with me, and we'll shoot some images, portrait style. You'll get free pictures, and I'll get stuff to add to my portfolio. And you build up a portfolio, and you start to build it. Let me show you my most recent portfolio. This one here. That was paid. That was paid whilst in another country in blistering heat. That was paid. That wasn't paid. That was me and my ability to work with somebody who had a really unique look that I wanted to produce something totally different for. That was paid. Those were paid. You're starting to get the theme now. Those were paid. Those guys, all paid. Where can we go from here? Those, paid again. Those guys, yep, you guessed it, they were paid. To summarize, do you work for free? Yes, you do work for free. You work for free on specific projects to change the direction of your photography or supplement the direction of your photography with work that's tangible. Once you get to the point to prove you can do that work, don't continue working for free. I'm a freelancer. Like, I need to be paid to pay my bills. You know, look at the place I live in. I have to pay for it, you know. How do I pay for it? I pay for it by showing that I can deliver the work that the client needs. And how do I do that? I did it for free. I go from here, no money in this. No money in this. I paid for this, the graft, I invested in this, and I invested in myself. And the reason I invested in myself was so I could get to this. And now I can shoot as a photographer, freelance, and I have tangible worth to show that I can deliver the goods. So in summary, working for free, 100%. Do I still work for free? 100%. Will I continue to do projects for free? If it's right for me, yes, 100%. My advice to you, if you're just starting out, do you work for free? Yes, yes you do. Do you continue working for free? No, not at all. Once you define yourself and you've got something that's worth selling, you ask the price it's valued at. You don't undersell yourself. Don't continue working for free. But if you want to change tact, you need to be able to prove that you can shoot those scenarios. So you need the work behind it. Hopefully that will help you if you ask a question. If there's any photographers out there that want to give me grief for shooting for free, want to troll me in the comments, please do. If you've got any advice or got any tips, you know, please put them in the comments. If you've got any questions for me, please put them in the comments. And also, if you like the videos, please hit subscribe.